Hi, and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight we're reviewing Star Trek, the official Starship collection by Eaglemoss, issues 78 and 79. Woohoo! I did it without the mosh. We did the mosh. Hello. Okay. Lovely. Right, so I've actually been really waiting for this one. I've been excited for this one. Would you like to start with the magazine? This is the most seen. Nobody knows about Starship.
Yeah. It's a ship we never saw every week.
We did. We saw this every single week. We just didn't see this part.
USS Voyager's Aeroshuttle.
I.e. the captain's yacht.
The captain's yacht for the Intrepid class, basically. Which is actually based on a runabout.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely see that.
There we go. Type auxiliary vessel.
Yep.
Or executive shuttle.
Executive shuttle.
USS Voyager NCC 74656.
Captain has her own yacht. Didn't use it in a single episode.
Launched 2369. Or was it? Has it ever actually launched?
That we said.
We don't know.
They built an entire shuttle just because they could. Didn't think of using this.
Which they'd already designed. Oh well. Crew of 4, capable of warp 5. 2 forward phasers, micro torpedo launcher. So it's basically armed like a runabout.
Yeah. So at the point in various episodes where they had no weapon capabilities, might have been quite useful.
Yeah.
Why did they forget it was there?
Don't know.
I mean, it'd be almost like telling everybody to abandon ship and then leaving the captain's yacht at the bottom of the saucer section before you smack it into a planet.
Because that never happened.
No.
Twice.
They've got this thing about captain's yachts. The captains never used them.
Well, the insurrection.
Yeah, you got me on that one. Okay, fair enough.
But as for the Galaxy class's little UFO, that never
They never got new.
Yeah, which is a shame.
I'd have loved to have seen this.
Seen the Cousteau. Actually, what was the captain's yacht on the D? Was it called the Cousteau as well? Did they actually name it?
I can't remember.
Show my age.
Yes, they did name it. No, I can't remember the name. See, now that's the sort of thing that me and you would have thought of before we start filming.
Was it
to Google? I can't remember.
Oh, you want to?
I don't remember. I do not remember.
I've got an excuse.
I do not remember thinking, I want a lollipop. So no, I don't think it was called Calippo. Or Calypso. No, I don't remember wanting to dance either.
Okay. You can
Next.
dance. Anyway, right, there's an awfully nice shot of the ship we never saw.
Yep. And a lovely concept piece of what might happen if they ever launched it, which they never did.
Screen, which would have been nice. There we have the fake Janeway, who probably would have used something similar if they'd bothered to get it out.
Just no.
Just yeah. Thanks for this. Topographical.
No. To be fair, no. Seriously, to be fair, thanks for this. I did actually want this.
I know you did.
It was only me. Well, all we ever got to see was concept art.
Designing the Aeroshuttle, which was done very early on apparently, and never actually used.
Actually, I tell you what's quite nice. You skipped straight past it. Go back a page. Something will amuse you about the designing process.
Might look like a
Just there.
little Federation. Oh, the wrong one.
It's a com badge, but it's a TNG com badge. Oops.
By com badge you mean?
I meant Starfleet. Yeah.
Starfleet Delta.
I went to say logo.
Nice.
I'm losing my mind.
All of these prototype shots and stuff which never got used, which is a massive shame. All the interior shots which again never got used, which is a massive shame.
It is a shame because there's
on the
some
Voyager
really
set,
nice bits and pieces.
Onto the Voyager sets there actually, so yeah, that did get used, but they went through
No.
some changes.
Rand engineering. They
Oh no, that didn't. That
didn't get used.
Didn't quite used. Yeah, it's got a bit of a change, didn't it?
Yeah.
Again,
yes. More stuff didn't get used.
Yeah, or severely changed before it was. Is that transporter tube? Somewhere weird. Okay. There we go. Key appearances never and every time.
Yeah. It depends how you view it.
Yeah.
Technically, every episode.
Sorry.
Play with your own. Yeah. Come on.
Matron. Right.
You've got one.
I'll get mine out.
Yeah, whip it out. Go on. Please edit that out.
No!
I don't know where that came from.
Have you whipped it out?
Yeah.
Right, so there's the bit we saw in so many episodes.
Yes.
Primarily in the opening sequence, when you saw the Voyager go past you. And then there's the bit we never saw. Yeah.
Okay, I have to say this. And I'm not intentionally being overly critical.
Me or the pennant's wrong.
It doesn't look right, and also every single line looks kind of blurred.
Yeah, it's been painted.
There is zero fine definition in this. The decaling is done really well along the sides, but yeah. That's my official.
I'm not going mental. Those arrowheads are backwards, right?
Yeah, they're backwards. The deltas, they're backwards.
The deltas are backwards. Well, mirrored.
However you want to phrase it.
They're wrong.
They're wrong. It's a waste of time looking through that.
Oh boy, yeah, they're wrong on there, that's why.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a waste of time looking through that, because it's just showing you it's wrong. It's blurry. You know what, if we were scoring for concepts, I'm really, really chuffed they did this. I've genuinely been waiting for it, I've been looking forward to it. The model itself is not impressive. There's no fine definition in it at all.
Decals are wrong.
The decals are wrong. Or you could argue right with the magazine, but my argument would be that the magazine's wrong. On top of that, if you look at the warp nacelle, sorry, not the warp nacelle, if you look at the buzzard ram scoop at the front of... Alright, I've calmed down now, I'm sorry. I will try and make it an intelligent thing. I'm sticking to my concept when I saw the picture in our last video. Oh God!
Yeah.
I give it a good solid 6.
Right, okay. You see, if everything had been perfect on it, I still probably wouldn't be overawed with it, because
I would.
It's not a ship I'm bothered about.
I was.
If it had been the captain's yacht from the D,
yeah,
hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's the captain's yacht from the Voyager.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm no big fan of Voyager.
It would have to be a must for Voyager fans because of the obscurity. It'd be a must for people collecting Federation ships.
Yeah.
It would be a must just as a piece of conceptual art redone. So for people who are cherry picking, in theory, this should hit all the tick boxes, but it doesn't. And the join line across the front is sloppy as well. Just as a
join
side
line's
note.
sloppy. The buzzard ram scripts don't look right.
No.
But I keep seeing those Starfleet Deltas being mirrors.
Yeah.
Of what they should be, and I hate it. And that just keeps jumping at me, going wrong, 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 wrong. And I'm just. And I know it's correct as according to that. It might even be correct according to the original designs and stuff, but it's not the way it should be.
So what are you giving it?
5.
Okay.
And it's been lucky getting that.
It's lucky getting that. Okay. I really genuinely wish I could have scored it better because I was looking forward to it. So, yeah, well, no, correction. I was looking forward to it when they announced it. I was not looking forward to it after seeing the concept art for it. The picture in the...
You mean the original, the prototype shot?
Yeah, that put me off. Right, well, shall we go for a really weird one now?
Yeah.
Okay.
From obscure to obscure.
So, they have managed to do something very, very novel. That they've created a ship that technically was not seen. I don't care that they say it was seen. It was seen this big. That doesn't count as seeing it.
Well, until the remastered one, when they redid it.
Yeah, I'm on about the remastered one. It was that big on the screen for not very long.
It went from being an undefined blob on the original
Yeah,
show.
yeah. In the original series, it was just a blob.
To being like 3 lights, essentially, with some obvious structure between them, essentially, is all you could really see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm like, okay, stretching. So we basically have two issues here where they've extrapolated awful lots.
Are we saying that they've extrapolated it because the artwork existed, so all they've done is made real content?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, is that the Okudas said that if that ship had been closer to the camera in the remastered, it would have had Stella written on it, which is why it's got Stella written on it. But you got to bear in mind, this didn't exist in the 60s.
No, it didn't exist.
It was literally
a blob.
And they designed the ship based on the blob.
But there wasn't concept art.
It's kind of blobby.
It's not what you'd have heard from this ship.
No. It would have been what you heard in the middle of Star Trek Beyond last night.
He went to see it again.
Yeah.
He quite likes that film.
Tab. Anyway, right. Harry Mudd's Class J Starship. Looks completely different from the one we saw in Into Darkness, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which was...
Well, yeah, for people that weren't paying attention, Mudd's ship, and it was described as Mudd's cargo ship, was in Into Darkness.
It was the one that they
and it did not look like this.
Ooh. Anyway, Class J Starship, cargo ship from 23rd century, crew of 6, length 18 metres. Quite how you can shift too much cargo when a ship is only 18 metres long is another question.
3 young ladies don't take that much space.
Dum dum dum. Anyway, Class J Starship with its blue buzzard ram scoops.
Yep.
Anyway, type cargo used in the 23rd century, crew 6, length 18 metres. Type ship, affiliation independent, though it's obviously for Federation design.
No.
What do you mean? No. It's ripped off its navigational deflectors off of...
No, I would argue that there's nothing that says Federation or human design here whatsoever. It looks more. It looks closer to Klingon design.
Okay.
And actually, not even Klingon. Technically, it'd be early Romulan.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. It's all make believe.
18 metres approximately, 6'4" phaser emitters. It has phaser emitter. A phaser emitter. Singular phaser emitter.
Singular.
Okay. Alright, so there she is, the Stella. Harry Mudd's ship in glorious Technicolor. Which is far more detailed than we ever saw in anything, because that's all you saw. See that dot?
That is. Yeah.
So yeah. There we go. We have more shots of this ship, which was made up for the remastered one. A bit on Harry Mudd and that pill. Yep. What was it called? Venus pill? Two deflector dishes, which makes no sense.
Nope.
The sensor dome, no windows because it's not the Aurora. Ding ding ding. Yeah, the Aurora had them.
The Aurora had them.
But Stella didn't. Poor old Stella didn't get any windows. Poor Stella. Main cargo hold.
Maybe she should have got into.
Scoops and Say again?
Maybe she should have got into.
Interstellar. Oh god. Designing the ship based on, basically based on
blob.
Blob and some early work from
Blob
Matt
concept.
Jeffries to do a Federation's shuttlecraft. It's what it's based on. So that's quite intriguing, actually. That's quite interesting.
It's some nice package, right?
Yeah, I am then somewhat concerned about the next section in the mag.
What? Women of Trek? We like her. We like her more.
I'm just speechless.
I don't see why they went there.
No,
It's nothing to do with Starships. At all.
I'm slightly disturbed, to be honest. I'm just thinking, just why would you draw attention to this?
I have no idea. Page after page after. Oh look, she tore her shirt again.
Yeah,
Page
so we've
after page.
basically got 6 pages of perv material.
I'd argue about that, but essentially.
Yeah, because
conceptually,
they're all dressed so well.
No,
Are they all cold?
I'll agree with you conceptually. I think it just has no place there.
I mean, even what's that character's name? It wasn't McGivers. Guys, that was the one from Space Seed, wasn't it? And I'm just like, put some clothes on these young ladies.
I have no problem with the young ladies being scantily clad. I have an issue with them being in the magazine.
Yeah, I don't see how that's relevant. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't get it. But there we go. I know it's based on Mud's Women, but I'm just...
Yeah, but the point is, for Mud's Women, you got 2 episodes. All you can show are the 3 from the original episode and then the robots.
Yeah, and because it wasn't an animated episode with...
Are we really going to go animated women? Okay, so you can just find 2 pages.
You've got 6 pages there that could have been all about Mud and the episodes he was in.
They could have, they could have done. Yeah, that would have made more sense for the ship, but it would have been nice for them to mention the animated. To be fair.
So and then we go key appearances, the original series Mud's Women. So a bit more on background on Mud and the other episodes he was in would have been a good idea, but I'm finding it questionable what they've put in the
I don't understand the back.
No. I don't
Okay.
understand it.
Right, are we ready for the contradiction that is about to be? Yeah.
Federation Scout Ship. That I'm looking forward to.
That one you're looking forward to.
Right, let's have this out.
Okay. Really?
One blobby ship.
Okay, me and you, this is going to be an interesting
I've just had a horrible thought. If that landed and Gonzo got out of it, am I wrong?
Yes, because Muppets in Space, which, by the way, is wrong and totally against what Jim Henson would have wanted, which sounds really strange because I could have sworn I've said that about something else. But Jim Henson never wanted anybody to know what Gonzo was. The whole point was you didn't know what Gonzo was, so that one going, I'm an alien, is actually bad.
Well, it could be worse.
But the reason you were also mistaken there was it was a flying saucer.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a flying saucer. Sorry, dude.
For some reason, what about pigs in space?
It's very nothing like that as well.
No, okay.
The swine trek.
Yeah.
Was actually a
had
pig.
3?
It was a pig and it had 3 engines.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I have a model of that. Would you like me to bring the model of that out?
If I get another one of these and put it here and then put a snout on it.
It's not a swine. No.
I don't
See
know.
what I put up with?
Muppet Boy here. Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's not a nickname I ever want to catch on. Okay, no Muppet Boy. No.
T-shirts available now.
There's an eye. Alright. Are you ready for a contradiction here? Because
I was expecting a huge contradiction from you for this.
Okay. I absolutely love that they did it.
Yeah.
I was very interested when they did the digitally remastered version of this going, because the thing is with the digitally remastered, they were genius. And although they updated the special effects, they didn't change the special effects. And by that I mean, they cleaned them up, they made them look the best they could have looked for the same style. They never went, let's completely just change this for the fun of it. And they went back to all the concept art and they went, well, this is what they wanted to do.
But they couldn't afford to.
Let's do this. They didn't go, this is what they wanted to do. But did anybody see Independence Day? Because it looked far better if they didn't mess with the effects as such.
I know
all
a
they
lot
did was they
of
cleaned
people
it
will
up.
disagree with you and say that they perverted the show by doing a CG Enterprise and stuff. But to me,
No,
the
I
CG
love the
Enterprise
CG
is...
Enterprise.
It's everything, because this is the thing, is that they replaced the cheap, forgive me for this, the cheaply reused shots that were wrong of the ship.
Yeah.
So the globes were missing from the back and the cells and all this kind of thing. And they corrected all that so it actually looked like the ship it was supposed to be in those shots.
If people disagree, that's
The
fine.
Bombay
They're
doors, the whole dropping of the
being able to see
ultraviolet.
the shapes underneath.
Yeah.
Getting to see it from more than 2 angles per episode.
Yeah.
No, it's people have various opinions to the digitally remastered, and they are more than welcome to them, and I will happily
What
listen
gets
to them.
me
but no.
is the digitally remastered one was done specifically to be in high def, right?
Yeah.
And when you buy it on a high def format, you have the angle button so you can switch between them.
Yes.
So I don't understand people's complaints.
No, because you can just watch it in.
Yeah, though I then I remember that a lot of people bought it on DVD, which I never understood.
I never understood buying it on DVD when the remastered was available on Blu-ray. No.
No, didn't get that. But
Okay.
a lot of people didn't have Blu-ray players. I
So
guess,
should we?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, digitally remastered. I think it's fair to say we are both big fans of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was very curious when they were going to do this one because I was like, well, it was a blob. And there's no concept art. There was no concept art for this kicking around. So one of the things they did was they always went back to concept art. So I was very interested, and they disappeared, and it appeared really small, and I just sort of wrote it off in the back of my head until it appeared that they were going to do it in this. Here's where this starts getting fun. I love this. This is fantastic. It is a beautiful model. It feels nice. It looks nice. There were points to the ship I don't like, but that's to do with the digitally remastered, i.e. I don't like the main deflector dishes.
That's 2 of them.
And there's a couple of other things I don't like, but this model is amazing. How the hell else would we have got this? So I'm great for that. Here's where I start slagging it off. And I can only slag it off because the magazine tells me to slag it off.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So, my first slag off is the engines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is a big red square with little dots grilled in.
Yeah.
The magazine quite clearly shows that they are little tiny red dots on a black engine.
Yeah.
Right, here is my second point for slagging it off. Look at the back of the engine. Look at all that lovely detail that's on the back of the engine. It's not here.
Yeah.
Other than that, love this. This is great. And the only reason I'm moaning about no detail there and no detail there. So yes, I know I'm being pedantic. I know I'm being funny. And if this hadn't have told me that the detail should be there, I would never... Would you have known? Would you seriously? Would you have even guessed?
No.
So... it's getting an 8.5.
Okay.
And it's so awesome. Right, now, Sven. This should be fun. Because this is going to be absolutely doing your head in. How are you scoring this?
Don't like the design.
It's reminiscent of every 1950s sci-fi ever.
It's like, is this Forbidden Planet? I don't know. I hate the fact it's got 2 navigational deflectors because that makes 0
Yeah, that makes that. Why did they do that?
Wouldn't it be here? Because the way that's working and the angle it's at, it'll be actually rebounding rocks into the side of the ship. Go. I like the fact they put Stella on the side of it.
I love the fact they put Stella on the side.
Even though they didn't do that on the CG model on the actual show, because it was never going to... The only thing you were going to see was like this dot with bits.
Yeah.
So they never really put much detail into it, because it didn't need it. I quite like what they've done with the paint scheme.
Yeah.
That's quite
beautifully done.
But it's a meh. It's yet another meh for me, because it's... In fact, this entire shipment, it's just like, well, it's two ships that we've never really seen on screen properly.
But isn't that one of the great things about this whole...
It kind of is, and it kind of isn't. It's nice that they've done them, but are these taking up spaces for other stuff I'd rather see? Would I have wanted the Aeroshuttle, or would I have wanted the Galaxy class Captain's Yacht?
Okay, so you get your yacht and I don't get mine.
Yeah, exactly. That's
no,
the thing. Because we've already had the Ease Captain's Yacht.
Well, so surely that should be our argument of, guess what, guys? Extend the run.
Well, yeah.
Give us the other ships.
But then, would I have wanted the Enterprise F instead of this?
Here's an idea, guys. Extend the run. Give us the F.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we've still got ships they haven't announced.
Yeah, no. We'll be catching up with some of the announcements.
I'd really rather they just extend the run of it.
I mean, we're up to 110 at the minute.
Yep.
There's quite a lot of ships where we're thinking, why haven't that been included yet? And like,
They still haven't built us our starbase.
Yeah. We need a space dog.
Space dog.
Just
saying, guys.
You watch them go and do Yorktown.
I'll be very annoyed if they do Yorktown before they do the glowing mushroom.
They might do the Yorktown as a Christmas ornament.
It would make a good Christmas ornament.
It's like a snow globe in space.
Hallmark might do it.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Wouldn't that be epic if they actually did? Because you know what? Oh, you know what the problem would be though?
You get a pack of 6 of them to put on your tree.
No, if they do it, they'll do it as a glass one. And do you know what happens with the Hallmark glass tree ornaments?
They get broken in transit.
Oh, they're actually, you know what? They are surprisingly hardy, but oh my good God, did they go for serious money? Because it's all blown glass and it's...
Because they're more fragile than a swoopy minting box, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
You say they're sturdy, they're not really, are they? No.
I don't know, because I've got 3. Actually, I don't. I've got 5, but I've got the 3 they've done and 2 copies. Not copies, duplicates.
Right.
Because I had heard how bad they were. And I've had them on the tree every year.
Fair enough.
And I've never had a problem.
7 out of 10. How far they got.
You know what? I'm happy with that. I'm happy with you giving it a 7.
Because I can't really fault it too much other than what you've pointed out.
You know what? I would genuinely...
I'm just like...
Genuinely, I think that'd be great to have on an office desk somewhere just to blow people's brains because they're looking at it and not have a clue what it's from.
The worst... I think the worst part of it is I'm looking at these 2 ships and I'm looking at the next one and I really, really want that more, and it's not from the best film in the world, is it?
No.
But Insurrection's always going to have a soft...
I like Insurrection because it's a giant episode.
Exactly. It's a 2-part next gen episode, which is what I wanted at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like the Insurrection. There's nothing wrong. Well, there was lots of things wrong with Insurrection, but only in minor niggly ways, not in major ways.
Now, since the last Starships review we did, and in fact the last Star Trek review we did, which was the round table and stuff, there's been an announcement of issues rather.
I'm very excited about one of them.
85 to 90.
And they're going to do a good job. I know they're going to do a good job because it's a green ship. They do well with green ships. I don't know what it is with green
ships. If it's a green ship, we'll be...
If it's a green ship, it's going to be good.
Right, so let me get this loaded up because it's somehow not loaded. Okay, so issue 85 is the Federation holoship, which I'm not hugely... Even though it's from Insurrection, I'm not hugely looking forward to because it's basically a brick with bits on.
Yeah, but it's one of those...
It looks like a Borg brick.
The only way we were ever... Yeah, it looks like a Borg scout.
Yeah.
Scout vessel.
Yeah.
It's the only way we'd have ever seen that. So I'm happy that that's on the list.
Then issue 86 is the Gorn ship we only ever saw in...
you know, I'm really...
Because it's not how we envisaged the Gorn ship.
No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't.
Strange.
But again, it's from the remastered, so...
Yeah. The UTS Aeon.
Again.
From Future's End.
Yeah.
Issue 87. Issue 88 is the Val class. Civilian transport from Fusion in Enterprise, which it wasn't, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a lovely little ship. Now, do you know why that one's going to be a lovely little ship?
Because it looks like the front section of
all the Vulcan ships. They've done well with all of those.
True. Then the one I'm most looking forward to out of this run is 89, which is the Enterprise J, which we've already seen prototype shots of, and it's like you've actually pulled it off.
Yeah, it looks good.
Wow, and it's gone to Doug Drexler and back again, and to Doug Drexler.
Yeah, he's pretty good at giving them feedback and
just
stuff,
to get the colours right, so that's cool. And then finally, issue 90 is the Romulan scout ship from the Next Gen episode, The Defector, which is just like, ooh, and again, green ship.
It's green. And not being funny to it.
That comes out really well.
Not being funny to it, it's a simple ship to do. So that one should be just stunning.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's another shuttle.
But it's the J, that's going to be the one that's going to get you, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm just going to be like this. That's really, really nice.
I know technically it's a hero ship, but it's not a hero ship. But it is a hero ship.
But it's not.
So it'd be interesting to see.
I mean, a number of people who've never seen the J before on the web went mental at it, going, well, how thin is that ship? Until they pointed out that it's 2 miles long. They're like, what?
It's a big ship.
Yeah. Universe class, Enterprise J. Yeah, it's a big ship.
Which, actually, when you think about it, makes very little conceptual sense.
Yeah, but bearing in mind, it was designed for a background shot and then turned up in some calendars. The fact that it's turning up as a ship at all.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so, you know, in this collection, so I'm not really going to have a problem with that.
See, the thing is, we've been doing these for 79 issues now. Actually, slightly over with the specials and all the rest of it. And we are rather hard on Eaglemoss when what they are actually doing is very cool.
Yeah.
They're giving us the ships we would have never got.
Yeah.
And then don't get me wrong, I will quite happily rip Eaglemoss a new one for a lot of different things they've done that has really hacked me off.
Yeah.
But their customer care is very good.
Oh, don't open that can of worms. Customer care to us is pretty good.
Okay, customer care to us is
I
pretty good.
think
other countries may vary.
It's varied hideously in this country as well.
The price point is still great.
Yeah.
They're still producing models which, you know, self-destruct in the post, sometimes turn up with artwork backwards and all those. But, you know, I think they are genuinely doing a very
for the
good
10
job.
or 11 quid, depending on how much you are actually paying, because we're still paying the 10 because we were subscribed early on. I don't have a huge problem with what they've done so far. I mean, there's some obvious cock-ups.
And when you think about it, because people go, oh, they're just making money for money's sake. We subscribed. Now, I subscribed to the specials. You didn't. You cherry-pick your special, don't you? But I subscribed to the specials, and my subscription basically said that they could send me one every... Is it 3 months?
Yeah.
Right? They haven't done that.
No.
They could do that. I signed a contract saying you can do that, and they haven't. So to say, oh, they're doing, well, they could have really taken the mick. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did not really particularly want the Klingon one, and I didn't particularly, but, you know, swings and roundabouts.
I mean, it's with me. I mean, the only reason I got the Vengeance is because I found it for $5 in a gift shop, so, you know, because they'd forgotten to send them back. And
that was a lucky find.
That was a very lucky find. And the only, I mean, you know, I got the Kelvin late in one of the sales and things like that. But yeah, I'm not going to get that Klingon ship because I hate it.
Yeah, it's crap.
Absolutely hate it. I mean, the Vengeance, it literally was a case of it's a $5. It's a $5. I'll grab it.
But the DS9 is amazing.
Yeah.
The Enterprise I hate is pretty good.
Yeah. So hopefully the Enterprise A will be pretty good, because this is the thing, is that we were promised 3 specials from Beyond.
Yeah.
They're clearly going to be the Franklin, the Swarm ship or Kral ship, and the A.
Well, those are our opinions. We'd love to hear yours. Feel free to drop them in the comment section below. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. And of course, there is the official Geekology website. Thank you for watching, and good night. Bye. That's an ancient shirt.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Hi, and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
I'm Sven.
And tonight we're reviewing Star Trek, the official Starship collection by Eaglemoss. Eaglemoss, I always get mosh. What's with the mosh? We do the mosh. We do the Trekkie mosh. We do the mosh. 3, 2, 1.
Anyway.
And we'll be pausing this so I can fighting Clash of the Clans.
I have to put a spoiler on there before that.
What? No.
It's like a blooper alert, but for spoilers.
Well, those are our opinions. We would